Yo, what is up guys, Jack Gardiner here. Hope you enjoyed that little track at the beginning there, a little bit of dad rock for you. But today I'm excited to be checking out the brand new Laney Black Country Customs Lionheart loud pedal in collaboration with Tom Quayle. What is the Lionheart? Well, the original thing is the big Class A tube amp. It's really boutique. It sounds glorious, very British sounding. I've only ever heard it once, I think, in person. That was when Tom Quayle was using it live at the MFA Guitar Camp last year for his masterclasses and for his gig. It sounds glorious, really boutique, very British sounding. But in the pedal format here, it's basically a twin channel amp, 60 watts, hand built in the UK Black Country Customs workshop. You have a reverb in there, which is based off of the Black Country Customs Secret Path reverb. And you have a boost in there, which is based off of the Steel Park boost. That's again, Black Country Customs or Laney pedals. Both really cool pedals actually, and it's great to see them in the amp itself here. But this can be used in combination with a speaker cabinet. It says over here minimum 8 ohms. So if you're playing live and you're using in-ear monitors but you still want to feel that air pushing behind you, of course you can use an actual cab. Or you could use something like the Laney LFR cabs. I absolutely love these things. They just sound really cool, especially in combination with in-ear monitors. To get the specs out of the way quickly then, I mean, we've spoken about how we can connect this to a cabinet. We've got an effects loop on there. The send doubles as a line out. There is MIDI compatibility at the top, and that can basically change channels, or, you could change the reverb to on or off, boost on or off. On the other side, maybe let's go over there, we have a headphone socket on there. So if you want to practice, silently, of course you can do that too. There's an aux in if you wanted to run backing tracks or things like that while you're practicing silently. And that brings us on to then arguably one of the most important parts of the functionality here. And this is the fact that we have a DI out with the LAIR technology built in. So you can have the cab emulator switched off, or you can use 2 other cabs. This comes preloaded with some Laney IRs, and I think some IRs that Tom Quayle made of his speaker that he uses with the Lionheart. So currently I've got loaded up on A, just a Laney GA something or other, I forget the numbers, I'll put it up on screen. And on B, I have one of Tom Quayle's IRs there. It's probably worth talking a little bit about the LAIR app over here, which you can get once you've registered your product over on the Laney website. Now, the LAIR app allows you to swap IRs in and out, and of course you can load your own IRs if you so desire here. But what's really cool about it is that it also allows you to modify the EQ of the IR using an 8-band parametric EQ over here. And what's really cool, it's a pretty unique feature actually, is that you can EQ both of these loaded IRs differently. So if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty details of how an IR sounds and you want to tone shape a bit more, then this is a really, really cool feature, I think. But anyway, I mean, that kind of sums it up. I'd say the last thing is that you can, of course, record audio directly with this via USB-C as well. So it kind of acts as an audio interface. And I know for a lot of people, that is really what they want. What I'm doing today is I'm going out of the DI out here into my audio interface, which is the Quad Cortex, recording direct into Logic. And that's pretty much it. What I want to do is walk you through some tones here. First of all, we'll start with no added reverb or delay, only the reverb from the pedal. And then later on, maybe we can check out what reverbs and delays I would usually use in combination with this pedal. So anyway, I mean, I think we should just start off straight away with, say, the basic kind of clean tone on channel 1. What's really cool about this is that we have tons of EQ functionality, really. So there is like a global tone control over here, but of course there is an EQ section, and then there's these 2 little switches. They are separate for each channel. So there's a dark switch, there's a flat switch, and then there's the bright switch. Depending on which way you put these, it's going to give you a different combination. At the moment, I think we are on channel 1. And let's start with like a flat everything at 12 o'clock, and the flat EQ engaged. Let's just hear what that sounds like. I've got the reverb only up to about 3 here. So if I was to use the global EQ, let's check out that all the way up. All the way down for a darker sound. Let's get it back to 12 o'clock. We are currently on the flat mode, so let's go to the dark with the global tone at 0. Flat mode, or sorry, bright, I should say. Really cool. If we go over to channel 2, let's check out what that sounds like. So straight away, I can hear that there is a little bit more gain. It sounds just a little bit more compressed. I'm just going to turn this up a little bit. Let's hear it. And there we've got a gain sound. That's currently in the dark mode, so let's go flat. Bright. Very, very nice. But this is super dry at the moment and probably not a tone I would like to play with without some reverb and delay, really. So I'm just going to turn up that reverb so you can hear how cool this can sound. It's not like a huge reverb, but it definitely just helps feel a little bit more comfortable. I mean, compare that to channel 1, and let's get the settings kind of similar. Let's hear. Few little slips in my playing, but you can kind of hear how it works. Now, what I might do to get more of a lead sound is just take out a bit of that low end here and maybe boost the mids a little bit, and boost the top just a tiny bit. Let's hear that now. Kind of really nice low gain to mid gain sound, really. Cleans up really nice. Very usable lead, kind of low gain sound, I would say. And that's probably more how I would set it up. It's very bright at the moment, but it can get brighter if we want to check out Tom's cab here. So currently we were using Laney's kind of stock. I think it's GA something around, loads of letters and numbers. Let's check out Tom's cabinet then here. Switch it back, just so you can hear the difference. Back to Tom's. Very bitey, very glassy, I would say. I might even switch that down to the darker mode over here, just to even that out a little bit. Very cool. Now, of course, if you engage the boost, we get volume, but we also get, I think, a bit more gain. Now we are definitely into more modern rock style. Rhythm tones and lead tones, you know. Shreds 11 for sure, and I can boost that even more. There's going to be a volume increase, just bear in mind, but let's hear this. Definite volume increase there, but also more gain. That's here on channel 2, same kind of idea. I can get probably tons of gain here. Very, very bright, a little bit fizzy to my ears. So what I might do is back off the top end and then put us into the dark mode over here. I forgot that that bright switch was engaged. Just worried that we might be peaking a little bit, so let's bring that down to about 5. For sure, peaking there. So I'm just going to turn down the volume a little bit and let's hear that. You can hear it definitely shreds. What I think we should do now is maybe check out some other tones, but with some added reverb and delay that I would use. So I'm going to just bypass that reverb here and let's get set up to hear some of my own. Lot of gain, but it's also very comfortable to play with that reverb and delay. I just think it's maybe a little bit bright, so I'm going to take the global tone down a little bit and the top end down. Let's check out this. Maybe let's get rid of the boost too. Go into bright mode again one more time. Very nice as a lead sound. But let's get to a kind of cleaner sound. Let's go back to channel 1. Let's check out this, bit less gain. 2 toms IR2. Very chimey. We've just lost a little bit of volume. Let's stick the boost on. It's going to give us a bit of gain, but it will give us volume too. Really pretty. And just for fun one last time, let's crank up the gain here. So we're going to go silly. I'm going to turn off the boost though, and let's just hear this. most gain I ever use. But yeah, I mean, there it is. What do you guys think of this? Is this something that you would like to add to your arsenal? I mean, retail price is obviously a lot less than the big Class A tube amp, and the tones, to me, at least from what I've heard in the past, sound very, very close. This thing sounds super nice to my ears, especially, you know, some of those glassier sounds, especially the bright kind of switch engaged. It's very Tom Quayle as well, I must say. Having known Tom for years, I can totally see why he goes for these kind of tones. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. My name is Jack Gardiner. Thanks for checking this out. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.